turn this off, restart the program. So what we're thinking about here, right? I'm gonna begin practicing the idea of doing these voice journals for myself. I don't really mind that it's public or the things I say. I strongly believe in transparency anyway, so it doesn't bother me. It's not like I do anything to, sort of really humiliate myself more than a couple of upsets in my tone or whatever come by day, but I don't think I've ever crashed and burned in while I'm streaming or when I'm talking to other people on voice chat. Not in the ways that I used to do back when I was a lot more younger. I like to think that I have as good temper control as it is, especially during the later years. Oh man, completely different than my adult when I was growing up. I had so much issues just making sense of the world like that. But hey, okay, so self-journal is gonna be my first one, and so I'm just farming here in Borderlands 2. So get used to the idea of farming for tubbies, and getting some XP, catching up with Garfink and Sadly in the game. So there's gonna be a lot of restarting the same save, simply because I'm just checking to see the spawn rate, just killing minute stuff while I'm on the go. Really boring video. We suggest anybody to actually watch this. Okay, so let's talk about the goals of this year. What I aim to do. It's coming by the end of the years anyways.
My axe is thirsty!
Gamer disease,
let me loose!
ESO.
It's a bloody business, Bates!
To also work on in terms of my personal skill. Because I do have a schedule to upkeep for my own. Oh, I killed all I can here. For my own career line that I'll be starting off in this year, hopefully. And that's said before, I'm going to be starting a I haven't quite figured out if it should be a manga graphic novel yet, but there's that. And I'm kind of doing this thing where I need to train up my left hand to write as well. So anyways, journal. I'm gonna find a matter of speaking which is a little bit more formatted than this kind of candid way of doing this. So, okay. It's in November. It's almost the end of November. It's coming December. So let's go one by one. Okay, let's cover Gamer Disease first. So, let's recap on what Gamer Disease is. And surprisingly, it looks like Gamer Disease has a pretty good chance of deliver the feast. Continue upkeeping, doing. Maybe I should just focus on farming hobbies rather than the XP. The XP here is horrible. Right. So Gamer Disease. Gamer Disease is so yeah, I have to remind myself the story, right? So there's a little bit of consistency to it. So let's get this. Let's get the facts. What I remember to be the actual facts, and I can always check back with people. So the whole point of Gamer Disease. Yeah. When I was in college, it used to be like pretty much most Southeast Asian gamers have been alone. Like we don't really socialize all that much, and everybody kind of tends to home. So where the idea of Gamer Disease came from was many years ago. I think it was about a good decade ago. Right about 2007 was when I really started to go out and try to find other Malaysian gamers, and to some extent Singaporean gamers, try to build a community, to try to get to know a little bit more about gaming, what other people thought about it, try to promote more deeper aspects, I think, of gaming come by Malaysians and Singaporeans, because I mean, the gaming culture here is just so far back. And every time it tries to, grow, it kind of just dwindles because, well, I don't think it's dwindling in the past maybe 5 years, but it definitely had a dwindling problem. Even to some extent, it still does. The issue with gamerhood in Malaysia and Singapore, well, we'll talk about that later, right? But started looking for gamers in 2007, and then gather as many people as I could, made some good friends along the way, especially some college friends and whatnot. Many of whom I don't necessarily speak to anymore because we'll get to that in another video probably. But yeah, I got busy. A lot of the way I saw gaming and most of the people around here saw gaming was completely different. It has something to do with the intrinsic values and principles which I try to practice. And like, I don't see video gaming as just a hobby. I see it, it's a lifestyle. It's not a thing of passing. It's something which I intend to keep doing until I'll probably pass. Again, leaving that for another video. So, spent a good many of my years, past 10 years, promoting gamerhood, geekism, learning game development on the way, programming, so on and so forth. You can even end up cosplaying, stuff like that, which I'll talk a little bit more another time. Yeah, I swear these note to self videos are probably gonna be the worst thing to watch. I hope nobody actually watches this. But yeah, it's something for me to review a bit later on. Okay, so what do I intend to do with gamer disease now that it's come to like today? I do have people I keep in contact with, and I think that for the most part, gamer disease and the idea of having a gaming group has kind of died and revived each and every time. Because now obviously, holy shit, the rate's so low. What am I gonna do about with this year? Because a lot of the guys on Trojan Horse are kind of leaking into gamer disease without actually knowing it. Mostly due to the way I behave. Let's try to double check the XP here. I personally have always felt that the gaming group is just like,
I feel the hurt.
I think it would be it's a community. That's the whole point of it. And to make it so that people can grow up being as gamers. Maybe they can get into game development, I don't know, or do something to do with more into that. But hey, we'll see where it goes. Start getting a little bit my expectations into like Trojan Horse and gamer disease. How would that flow into? But anyways, Trojan Horse, the goal of next year is to maintain my love for ESO anyways, and maintain what I think that the parts about ESO that I love. I think that I love a lot of it. I love watching the RP community. I love doing Monstrum Arena. I hope that ZeniMax keeps adding content. I like trials, but there's still no hopes of ZeniMax adding a learning curve or a ladder of some sorts for players who are new over into the game. And that kind of sucks. So I'll just continue doing the best I can with Trojan Horse. Yeah. Kind of make things a little bit more linear with the way the guild functions. Preferably, maybe there's a structure to it. you know, make it so it's clear. So I need to remind myself, especially that, like what sadly or Saikang many months ago, and even some of the players to some extent, they remind me, right? Because there's so many distractions in this day and age, and some might not see it as common sense to be playing a certain way in the game to both enjoy yourself and progress, especially since you know, games have kind of indoctrinated, like Borderlands 2. Look at what I'm doing here. I'm kind of farming, right? I'm just restarting the game over and over and checking for spawns, and most games are like this nowadays. You know, I'm just doing this to play with, to enjoy my time with Garfield, sadly, but not everybody is. Most people just tend to do this as a time waster, or actually doing it for themselves. Like, I don't know why anybody would have fun kind of farming in a game. I know I don't. Used to think that it was, you know, something profiting, but man, it's just farming in a game is a time waster. You could be doing anything else that's more productive, really. Your life, anything. But yeah. There's gonna be people which is gonna really difficult to talk to because they've kind of gotten so used to the idea of farming, so used to the idea of grinding, and so used to the idea of, you know, just kind of doing things in a particular way that they might not even believe. I mean, me telling them is one thing, and even seeing the results of other YouTubers, but you know, your success in ESO is not dumbed down to just farm gear, looking for drop rates, and somehow you do super good at endgame. It's not like that in ESO, and that's what I like about it. It's a skill-based game. And, you know, I prefer games being skill-based than being power creeps. Simple as that. Like, I'm feeling the power creep in Borderlands, man. Like, there's only so much that skill can do in Borderlands, and for the most part, it's just you kind of grinding gear to keep up with the, like, oh my god, the difference in. Did I sell my? Look at this. This is level 56, right? And look at the damage that it does. Like, it's 100k times 3, and over here it's just you know, 6 levels later, and it's already 3 times the damage. It's remarkably stupid. Like, it forces the game to be in such a way that it's an FPS, right? It's supposed to be a game where you get your skills up, you have situational awareness, you have FPS skills going on, going with the headshot, stuff like that, helping your teammates out. No, this game is all about loot. And that's kind of like the part of it that I dislike. But anyways, I mean, it's not all about loot. If I have to say, it's 98% about loot and 2% about skill. That's how I feel about it right now. I know I'm just giving sketchy numbers. Don't be not realistic numbers, obviously. But I'm telling you, man. Like, anybody who is good at FPSs, or they at least know the fundamentals of FPSs, are not having a hard time in Borderlands. Like, it's generally not hard to shoot in this game. Again, but you know, I'm just getting distracted. So, yeah, so probably gonna have to figure out a way to, I don't use the word, use corporate words like rebranding, but I need to definitely kind of place an identification for what Trojan Horse is, because I pretty much kept the guild almost purposefully muted, in the sense that, you know, like, there's no reason for people to talk about Trojan Horse, and I don't bother trying to push the guild out there or anything like that. Like, I just have my one forum post for inviting people, and that's it. For the most part, I think that the way people see it is that it's a learning guild. So what, you know, some of them, it's not a learning guild, man. Like, it's a guild where, I mean, it's a learning guild, but it's not a learning guild in the sense that, oh hey, we're gonna train newbies so that they can just learn how to have fun in the game, you know, instead of having trouble with mechanics. No. We're teaching our players to do endgame stuff, like min-maxing, giving them the choice the power, the freedom to do the what the fuck they want. If they want to get flawless conquer, if they want to, they're getting stuck in some in-game content, if they, you know, maybe if they don't have the competence, they don't have the background in gaming, if they don't have the understanding in systems, you know, in positioning and aggro management, all those good stuff to do with skill, right? Because ESO, and you know, how do you deal with greens, farming gear, things like that, how to make it more efficient, so that it's not time waster, so that you're not dragging yourself on and on forever, like I'm doing here. And what time is it, like 5:30 AM in Borderlands 2, right? So we'll probably end up making a summary video. Maybe, I don't know if I'll end up deleting the self-note. I actually do like the idea of self-notes. It's an idea a buddy of mine gave me a long time ago. About 4 years ago, but I never really booted up the idea. It's like, hey Jeff, you already go around recording stuff with your camera or stream, why not you just record your voice and kind of work on everything, like speaking, presentation, all that, when we got down to it. I mean, we're almost 30 at this point, like I think I really should. So, starting to see how vital a skill it is. You know, it's important to be able to kind of express yourself. Gotta go on a train, you know, speak up your mind. And you know, the way I'm speaking, it kind of mumbles and dabbles. It's not really a comprehensive, like, formatted, like, it's not easy to understand, right? Because I'm kind of hopscotching over my own thoughts here. Which is not good. Oh my god, it's just not spawning, man. I swear to god, this tubby is just not spawning. But yeah. Start doing that in a habit. Kind of train up. Review my long ass self notes and kind of take mental notes. Figure out how to make it a little bit more fluid. So, this is what part of writing does. It just helps people kind of conform their thoughts to a linear method. It's kind of discipline, which is something I need to do. Not everything needs to be totally raw. I mean, you don't get stuff done when your thoughts are a total mess anyways. Okay, so Trojan Horse, Vet Trials. It's a means to an end, it's not the end yet. So I think some people think that Trojan Horse is, you know, going to be you know, it's about just getting the gear, being in game, and that's it. No, it's not. Okay, hopefully if my faith with ZeniMax, or at least Bethesda stuff, is at least to some extent right, I think that ESO is going to last really long. I think it's going to last. I mean, I feel like it's in a troubled state. Like it either will last in 2.5 years, or it will last for at least a good 10 years. And I'm hoping that if it lasts another 2 years, that my little brother, when he starts working and when he gets used to his working schedule and all that, maybe he can start actually playing these games with me. But it's fine if it doesn't. This is like my own project, right? My own, you know, getting people together to play games together kind of thing. And enjoying playing games together, and you know, learning about what games can be. It doesn't have to be about farming, it doesn't have to be about delinquency, wasting all your motherfucking real time doing this when you could, you know, learn anything, accounting, finance. Really. I can't say enough of it. The gaming games, man, they're serious time waster, especially when you get up. So, what other thing? Okay. My left-handed writing. Okay, I'm actually doing really good progress on that. It's only been about 2.5 months. It's almost ready. It's almost 2.5 months since I've started the project. Well, prayer has started. It's almost it's actually started. Oh, it's on time. So Islamic prayers going on outside my window. So, yeah, my left-handed writing, I'm probably gonna do a video on that, make a journal of it. And it's so good, feels so good. Like I can actually write with my left hand now. Now the trick to it is, can I? And my writing is actually getting somewhere. Like it's actually looking pretty good. And the speed is keeping up. So when I write, the last time I checked, I wrote at least 384 to 400 words. Actually, it sometimes goes more than 400. In a matter of 40 minutes with my left hand. So that's progress, man. Like, holy shit. It took me 2.5 months. That's even faster than the time I took to pick up the guitar some few years ago. So it's definitely my picking up something new and learning. It's getting a little bit more steady, the learning process. So I'm glad. And I'm also making progress on my art style, my illustration style, making it a little bit more efficient, more cohesive, and again, probably gonna do a separate video for that, but when it's ready, when I feel there's enough progress to show. And you know, I should probably be showing it step by step, step 1, step 2. And need to remind myself that I still haven't gone and wrap up the videos that I'm almost done editing, or rather halfway editing for some of them. What was that? The Tension video. The Tension, the indie game that I played with Carl back in February, and then there's the I think there's the Mages Guild quest line. There's there's a Morrowind side quest about the Telvanni mages that I need to, or the Telvanni houses that I need to also kinda put together. And the main story is not going anywhere. I believe the Fighters Guild, I haven't put the video for that together either. Yeah, I don't think I have. So there's a number of Trojan Horse videos that I didn't bother putting it together, and I almost don't want to put it together yet, because while I know there's so much nice footage in there of people having fun and stuff, and I really ought to put it up, right? Because people don't know how much they have fun unless they look back on it and they reflect on it and like, oh shit, I was having this much fun. Those are good times. And you know, like, people only focus on whatever they gotta do. They gotta farm gear right now, or they're upset about something they have to game, something like that, man. And it's really sad. Like, and I really ought to be releasing those videos of them having fun, but again, I have way too many priorities. I have way too many things that I need to get done, and it's just not up there in the priorities list right now. Not because I don't, treasure and I don't enjoy the time that I have with the guys at Trojan Horse, but it's because that this, more importantly, it is self-development that I'm talking about, and self-development on the person that's basically put himself in a role where he brings people together. So if I don't improve my own personal skill first, like I won't see the flaws just come by. Like again, I can do all that was how I was doing, right, for the past 7 years or more. So I was bringing people together, kind of going forth, kind of continuing, not thinking too much, not self-reflecting on what I was doing, just making sure I was getting things done, and sure I was getting it more efficiently done than other people. And I'll probably do a kind of backstory journal just to make sure that my things are in order. So I'll probably put in another video for that. Like, I have a lot of camera videos and a lot of videos of me doing my own junk. Yeah, probably worth bringing together just so that and probably bring up my I won't say real life friends. Like, I think I don't like use that term because I would see too much of a difference. Like, it's still real people online, right? So it's just that you use the word real life friends, almost implying that the friends they make online are imaginary. But the people that I see in real life, that I've made friends in the past many years, and some even not so much friends, maybe rivals or people I compete with in the things I do or the things I used to do. Anyways, I had some good times, and it'd be really good to just kind of bring them at least together, make a video about past memories, stuff like that. Because I'm pretty sure that they probably ask the question, same thing like I'm doing with Trojan Horse now. What happened, Jeff? It took so much videos to stream so much, which is what I really like about live streaming, because you kind of take it raw. I mean, probably it's not going to be watchable. You know, it's not going to be like a 5-minute or 10-minute video of you just kind of phasing through your memories, like, or even 1 hour, 2 hour videos like we did with Uber and videos like where people take reminiscence of their past in this communities, gaming communities and some such. But what I'm kind of getting together here is I'm trying to make the process more linear. I'm trying to make the process more current, and because people these days we get distracted, man, by so many things in real life. So there's that need to try to figure out how to make it so memories are kind of installed and archived in a almost everyday scenario, but at the same time kind of make it formulaic and easy to consume, which we don't have right now. There's no way of doing that right now, and I don't see it happening anytime soon. Like there's no, you can't just kind of dabble in something, write a journal and say that's watchable. The thing about writing, the thing about doing art or whatever, communicating an idea, you need to kind of rehearse it to get a good point. So I only see two ways of doing it: either re-edit the thing and just let people wait until it's completely irrelevant, and in this day and age making archives of past memories. I mean, they're relevant to some people, but to most of the people, it's not going to be as relevant. And it's kind of sad when people don't have reunions. At least from what I see, I know a lot of my old buddies are not having a lot of reunions or whatever. It's like everybody's way too distracted about the now. It's handphones and whatnot. Like, it's made everybody so freaking ADD. So, I personally think that's a sign. You need to change the way, instead of just kind of editing things on the fly. You need to change the way information is presented now. That's why Instagram is so good. That's why Twitter, so forth, is because it's at least consumable now. But now, if you can make it consumable now, at least really recently, at the same time, high in quality, right? And not just videos that you edit every other week, because that's a strain, man. It's a fucking strain. You can't be editing videos all the time and still be having a life. And you can't really have anything interesting to talk to unless you have a fucking life. It's just fucking plain and simple. Man, I'm not seeing anything spawn here. It's not even a single one. My luck is just not good, man. How long is this kind of live stream going on? Oh yeah. So my sinus issues hasn't been really doing that well, and I know my patient tone has been raising in the past half year. Because my diaphragm is just not well exercised anymore. So I need to make time doing that. See, that's the problem, right? Like, the more time you spend presenting or rather editing videos, things like that, you actually lose so much time kind of just living life, just sitting at the computer. Same thing like you're doing a manga or making a game or whatever. It's not something that you can just kind of make on the go and present, and you don't have good methods of working.
Many parts.
Like right now, presenting right now and cutting the workflow as much as you can. And it's not, things are changing, man. It's not gonna be right. It's just not spawning, really. But need to figure out a way. And I think for the most part, me learning how to write my left hand. Then the next step would be learning how to draw in my left hand, and I'm actually on the way of doing that, and learning how to write and draw with both my hands at the same time, and that's the tricky part. That's gonna be another hurdle. And I don't see myself being able to, like, I can see myself writing smoothly and fast, and can probably make it about 500 words in an hour. Like, I'm almost there. I'm already ahead of schedule. So if I can make my left hand be able to draw by the beginning of next year, like before Chinese New Year's, that'd be great. Maybe not to the extent where my right hand is, but close enough. Close enough. At least when I'm close enough to a standard where I can, you know, kind of just draw with in ink with my left hand, and I don't really need to use a, you know, I don't really need to erase, only really make a lot of mistakes, things like that. Everything's in the contour drawing, man. Like, everything's in the practicing with the contour. And you know, learning how to draw is not just you figuring out techniques and you just drawing. It's you kind of taking out and studying things that you observe, and you know, I think that, at least that's my philosophy anyways. I think that, well, you definitely get work done drawing, and you need to figure out how to do the line art and all this work in fast, but there's only a certain point where your muscles can move at a speed. Most of it has to do with your workflow, and most of it has to do with the you know, understanding of the methods of presentation, and how do you cut costs in that, in terms of time, in terms of the amount of resources they're using, in terms of ink and some such. Make it presentable in a way, and yet at the same time really detailed and memorable, and, you know, not just contemporary messy corporate words. I hate those. Anyways,
Don't cry when I pull your
a
lungs
lot of
out
things
through
to be
your
looking forward to
chest.
do in this next year. I'm actually really glad that I have so much time to afford my own stuff. I don't think a lot of people at my age can say they can do that. Like, just gonna still start doing their work or whatever. I only need to work at specific times of the year, and even then, like, it's I'm coming to a point where I can I don't even need to worry about that anymore. Anyways, so besides that, right? So we're also gonna be talking about is that it? I think I've talked about my progressing my art. Oh yeah, no, I have not. Okay, so my art, the anatomy and environmental backgrounds. Sorry, background drawings, environments. So those, I kinda stalled. Like, I pretty much put everything into figuring out how to do it smoothly with my left hand. And I think at some point I'm gonna continue. So do I do environments first, or do I do focus on the human anatomy? And I think the human anatomy is a lot more important, but I don't know. I think that I may be thinking about it all wrong. I probably need to go in from the environment first before I think about the human anatomy. I mean, think about it, you need to find space before you can actually put something into that space. So drawing more stuff to do with the not organic stuff, but you know, define the 3D space, with putting objects into that space, and putting characters in that space. So I think, yeah, go ahead and start from the environment stuff first, and work my way towards also writing impromptu. Something I have to do. Oh, it's the middle of the next year. And again, I'm not going to do this thing where I'm going to keep writing and make edits and edits on top of edits. Probably gonna be doing it something that's a little bit more faster concealment, something I can just dish out on the go. But sorry, what I meant to say was not published in one go, but at least where I can go straight to the artwork. Okay, the story doesn't need to be this crazy complex stuff, at least not now. Make a project for that sometime in the future, but not now, not when I need to practice. Because the sooner I publish, and the sooner I get into something that's consumable, I can figure it out whether it sucks or not. See, that's the good thing about having things that you can present. Me making this self video is basically seeing all the suck in that video and kind of fixing it as I go along. Right, fixing my manner of speaking. You know, I used to be at a fumble for words, believe it or not, like back before 7 years, if I maybe even 5 or 7 years ago. I mean, I had ideas, I took opportunities, and I kept my hands moving, but you need to speak and still be able to present your work, and to be able to execute, and to be able to speak to people, to be able to social network. There's a social networking there, but you need to be at least be able to tell the value that you're working on to another person. I think that's what it all comes down to. So that's why this video is here. It's long with the last video is here. What other things I need to fix or worry about? So I have to come up with a program and exercise for how am I gonna work on environmental and character anatomy study. At least the next stage where I am anyways. I mean, I'm already past the basics by such a huge lap where I am. And then other things. Trojan horse, skin disease. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna talk about my finances and how am I doing in real life in terms of the work that I don't enjoy, right? Or family matters. Well, as far as family matters go, I don't really have much to say at all. It's just gonna go as they are. It's pretty peaceful in my family. It's a good, really good spot. I can kind of sit here in the can afford my own time. Completely nobody bugs me. I can go anywhere I want. Spend my money the way I want to. So what do I need to do? I think that's it. I think that's oh yeah. I have not figured out a way to properly exercise these notes to self. Like, I need to find a better way to impromptu and make things a little bit more understandable. I just kind of feel it out on the way to go.
The sting of
concise.
power.
Think about how I'm gonna put the words together a little bit faster.
Rampage and fill the red bar.
Which means, I think that probably the most efficient way of doing it is to check out podcasts, read more, to be listening more to other people reading content, of books, novels, things of some such. It's not just about fluff, like reporting. Being able to kind of talk about something to do with the culture. And that's the thing I like about podcasts, is because you get some really good podcasters out there. I can't remember their names, but there's this black guy that does he's talk about I think quantum physics or whatever, about science. Like, he interviews people like Bill Nye, or Bill Nye is another guy. Like, he's an old old guy, but he's really good at putting his words together. I think like it makes sense. You can understand it from a layman point of view. It doesn't seem you know, full of shit. Like you know, some people talk like they don't have anything else to say, so they kind of push it up with words that sound intelligent, corporate words. So that... Ooh, no tuppy spawning, right? This hasn't been a single one since I started this stream. So let's pause the stream and let's save. I want to see how much time has passed, how much time I've wasted doing this. Would have cleared most from me and upload probably a bit more faster. This was good. Oh, time to review the video.